Hi, this is Andy Mattingly, and I'm here with this week's topic on money rules to break and when you should break them. Now, we've all heard all of these rules that we should follow, but those are really general rules, and sometimes you have to break them. So the first one is, hey, save 10% of your income and you'll be ready for retirement. That's a good rule if you start saving for retirement when you're 20 and you plan to retire when you're 65 or 70. But if you don't start until you're 35 and you want to retire when you're 50, you're going to have to save a lot more than 10% of your income to reach your goals. So you got to break that rule if you have things that don't match the parameters of when that rule was set up. The next thing is, should you always max out your employer-sponsored retirement plan? For most people, this makes sense, but in certain situations, you may not want to do this. You may only want to go up to the amount that you can get the company matched, and then you may want to start saving somewhere else. This could be because they don't offer features that you want. Perhaps you want a Roth feature or something like that they don't offer. Or they're very limited in their investments and you want to diversify more, so you want to start saving retirement in other places. So, it's a general rule of thumb, but look at your situation, because maybe you don't want to max out your employee-sponsored plan. You just want to go up to the company match and then look to save the rest of your retirement funds somewhere else. The next thing is that you hear a lot about that I want to talk about is buying a home. And they'll say take 2.5 times your income and that's the home you want to buy. And that's a good general rule of thumb, but you have to be careful of a couple of things. One, when that rule was kind of put out there, they weren't really thinking about student loans, which is something that you have to think about nowadays. So maybe you can't really do 2.5 times your income. And also, you may wish to have a better car instead of a more expensive house, or you may want to do 4 vacations a year instead of 1. So a lot of those times you have to look into what you want to do and what makes sense, because maybe you really don't want to get a house that is 2.5 times your annual income. The other thing is, maybe you're buying your first house and you don't have a family, and then you're going to start a family and your income is going to go down considerably. Either one person is going to stay at home or take less of a job and not make as much. So you really need to think about all of those factors before you just follow that rule of thumb. And then the last thing is talking about emergency funds. So the rule of thumb is that you need to have at least 6 months and up to 12 months of your emergency fund in a readily accessible account so that if you need it, you can get to it. Well, really, you're probably never going to need more than about 90 days worth at a time, like immediately. So the good thing is, maybe what you want to do is take 3 or 4 months and put in cash accounts, and then take the rest of that emergency fund and put it in other investments that might take you a week or two to divest from, but at least you have the opportunity to earn more. If you want any more information on this topic or any other topic, make sure you visit the Save It Up page at forumcu.com.